Hi students, welcome to SEKHAR's history classes. In this video, we will analyze this question related to Mauryan Emperor Ashoka. Question says, describe the significance of Ashoka inscriptions. Ashoka inscriptions are very important evidence for knowing Ashoka. They played very important role in the reconstruction of Mauryan Empire or Mauryan history. This you can write as introduction. And when it comes to body part, we have to highlight various aspects which Ashoka inscriptions throw light on. Here you can see different type of inscriptions, here on rocks also, on pillars also. Here if you see in the Indian subcontinent, in different locations these Ashoka inscriptions were discovered. Some were written in major rocks, some were written on minor rocks. Some inscriptions were displayed on the minor pillar, some mainly displayed on major pillars. Here, broadly, these are the main rock edicts: major rock, minor rock. When it comes to pillar edicts, major pillar, minor pillar, and separately, two separate rock edicts were also issued. Combinedly, all these edicts or inscriptions give immense information about the life of Ashoka and about the life of Mauryan administration. This question is about describe the significance or importance of Ashoka inscriptions. The number one point is it is very helpful in the reconstruction of Ashoka history on the basis of these inscriptions. These inscriptions will give the name of Ashoka, policies of Ashoka, ideas of Ashoka, and administrative style of Ashoka. All these details do come from Ashoka inscriptions. And Ashoka name, if you take Ashoka name, we never know about Ashoka name from any other information except from Minor Rock Edict 1. Only in 4 places we can identify the name Ashoka. 3 Minor Rock Edicts, 3 places in Karnataka and in 1 place in Madhya Pradesh, they give the name, real name Ashoka. In other places, only Piyadasi in inscription, not only in inscription, even in the Buddhist texts also, Ashoka was referred as Devanampiya Piyadasi. So it was usually referred name. But whether Devanampiya Piyadasi means Ashoka or some other one, we do not exactly know until we discovered Minor Rock Edict with name Ashoka. So that's why in the reconstruction of Ashoka history and Mauryan history, it played very dominant role. This is very important significance of Ashoka inscription. So here you can see only Devanam Piyadasi, dear to gods, was the title used, but only in few inscriptions Ashoka name is written. It also gives the extent of the empire. If we observe the major rock edicts, these major rock edicts were given on the border outposts of Indian subcontinent. So that means these border posts can be taken as the empire extent or the boundaries of the empire. Ashoka inscription have been found in the modern day Nepal region, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and obviously in India. So these are the main boundaries of Ashoka inscriptions. This shows all these outlying territories were under sovereign power of Mauryas. This is another important information we get from Ashoka inscriptions. And also we know about the common language, common people's language also we come to know about inscriptions. Ashoka issued these inscriptions in common language called Prakrit in Brahmi script. In mainland, he gave Brahmi script and Prakrit language. In northwestern part of India, he issued inscription in different type of languages. In Greek language, Aramaic, and Kharoshthi script. These were different scripts and languages comparing with Prakrit language and Brahmi script. This shows that here the language of northwestern people is different. The language of mainland India is different. So this language which was popular during Ashoka time period, this information we get from Ashoka inscriptions. So this is another significant aspect. Ashoka's career, that he fought Kalinga War. Kalinga edict gives information about this Kalinga War, and also about his external and domestic policies. We get a lot of information from the Ashokan inscriptions. For example, Ashoka after Kalinga War, he renounced war as a medium and he replaced Beri Ghosha with Dhamma Ghosha. He issued code of conduct, that is Dhamma, and with his Dhamma he wanted to conquest peacefully. So war policy replaced with peaceful policy, peaceful conquest. This Ashoka's policy we come to know from Ashoka's inscriptions. And domestic policies, like he asked his administrators to visit the local places and get to know the difficulties of people and asked them to redress the grievances of common people. He asked his officials at least once in 5 years visit the deep areas and find the grievances of common people. So these are the instructions Ashoka has given to his officials through inscriptions. So it was a form of constitution. This constitution gives the rights of the people and also duties of officials. So here if we compare with modern constitution, it has fundamental rights and also duties to be followed by common people, and also DPSPs, directive principles of state policies of the state, and extent of the empire and domestic policies. All these information comes from Ashoka inscriptions. And it also talk about tolerant policy, where during his lifetime, during the lifetime of Ashoka, many sects, many religions were there. Through his inscriptions, he asked people to respect every religion, and if someone degrade the other religion, that is indirectly harming their own religion. So this kind of moral principles also Ashoka gave through his inscriptions. So it gives that his paternal policy, welfare state policies, and the conquest of Ashoka, his external policies and domestic policies, along with other aspects like extent of the empire and language of the people. All this information comes from Ashoka inscriptions. Along with that, we can also come to know about the artistic and cultural aspects of Ashoka time period as well. Because if we see the pillars, and pillars were manufactured in a place called Chunar near modern day Allahabad region. Here these pillars are highly artistic in nature. Modern national emblem of India, that four-headed line, also taken from one of his capitals of Ashokan pillars. That line capital of Ashoka came from Sarnath Ashoka pillar. So it has artistic, and it through the art and cultural aspect of Mauryan Empire or during lifetime of Ashoka. So this is the significance of Ashoka inscriptions. Thank you.